Coming up next, Weeknight with Ellie Muller. That's right, it's coming up next on the one and only Nick at Night. When late night TV breaks, we fix it. From the gorgeous YouTube Dog Show, that's right, we are going to talk about Grasshoppers tonight. This is going to be a wild show. It's Weeknight with Ellie Muller. And now, a man who is going to talk about Grasshoppers tonight. See, I told you. We're going to talk about Grasshoppers tonight. I'm never wrong about these things. He is the one and only Mr. Ellie Cunning Muller. Ha! Welcome to Weeknight Update. My name is Ellie Cunning Muller. What's up? The theme song was composed by Dr. Memphis Piano, and he's one of our Shoutout Spotlight tonight, along with Elon the Dragon Ball Level 2004. Hopefully she'll return to this program very, very soon. Pierre Kelly, Monster Jeff Fanac, Gabriel Fanac, Supercar Fanac, Welcome with Amazon, Fanboy Films 2, Super Geeked Up / Super Knocked Up, Landon the Hedgehog, Bloom, and Toys Gaming Spot. Please check all of those people out. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for us to find out what's up. Here we go. What's up with grasshoppers? Insects that love to hop. Of course, gardeners hate them. Not cool, gardeners. Not cool. Now, one expert says that soapy water can get rid of the grasshopper. Why? Well, grasshoppers do not like bats. Well, that's common sense, huh? Now wait. Now wait, what's up with the yellow-winged grasshopper? It has yellow hind wings, a small length, 2 inches long, and powerful flying skill. Wow, okay, it's not a big deal. Let me tell you what is a big deal. Tonight's top 8 list. MP, Mr. Bones, let's go. Boss, tonight's category, top 8 words that we can use to describe grasshopper. Number 8, jumpy. Number 7, silly. Number 6, exciting. Number 5, wild. Number 4, goofy. Number 3, strange. Number 2, shocking. And number 1, important. Okay, let's just move on. Yeah, good idea. Thank you, boys. Thank you very much. You know what, hashtag Weeknight Update, hashtag Ellie Muller for late night, hashtag Ellie Muller for awesome, hashtag Sparkle Brown, and hashtag Autism is awesome. Get those hashtags on social media, please. Tomorrow, like this thing, subscribe and bell, share, and tap the comment section down below. Whatever you do, please do not go anywhere. We will be right back with the in-between monologue, a moment for everyone talking time, and advice in this week's Count of the Week question. Remember, there's still a Weeknight Update. Now here it is, your proud tonight.
Disney pranks with friends.
What are you doing?
Sky is falling!
I got a dope blanket now.
Hello out there from TV land, the every night good TV brand for your viewing delight. It's Nick at Night.
Listen, I personally think the Empire people are crazy to do this, but they insist. They're going to give you a free t-shirt just for getting a free estimate on new carpeting. A free estimate. See, Empire thinks you'll like their carpeting so much you'll buy it. But of course, you don't have to. All you have to do is call 588-2300 and say, okay, Empire, we do need carpeting. Come out and give us an estimate. And bring a free t-shirt.
588-2300 Empire.
You're crazy, Empire.
When it comes to home computers, the Atari home computer gets high grades.
I use an Atari at home, and I use it for word processing and to teach myself other programming languages.
Well, the graphics are probably some of the best you can find.
The Atari 800 computer not only allows you to play games, it also allows you to learn math and history.
Only one computer lets you enjoy this library of over 2,000 enlightening and entertaining programs. Atari home computers.
The more you learn, the more you can program, and there's just no end to it.
Welcome back to Weeknight Update. And now it's time for the in-between monologue. Here we go. As you know, we're talking about grasshoppers tonight. I know, we're actually talking. As you know, we're talking about As you know, we're talking about grasshoppers tonight. I know, we're actually talking about real grasshoppers right now. Some people would say that this show has reached a new low, but considering the fact that this show has never reached a specific eye level before, I'd say that this show has reached a new height. Now, grasshoppers are herbivores. That means that they only eat plants. Of course, you should have known that already if you have watched Animal Planet last week. And guess who eats grasshoppers on a regular basis? That's right, snakes, frogs, birds, people who live in the wild, people who compete for $1 million on Survivor, and extreme dieters who want to weigh 0 pounds. Now, grasshoppers rub their hind legs together in order to attract mates. Of course, if a human being tries that, then that person will be in a lot of trouble. And finally, grasshoppers use camouflage and unpredictable flight to defend themselves. Of course, the extreme dieters will be able to catch them and eat them within 3 seconds. Hey, let's have a moment for everyone, huh? You know, grasshoppers are very interesting insects. They can hop, eat plants, and breathe through the holes in their bodies. Of course, they make a noise that's so wonderful and soothing that when you hear it, your stress levels will disappear faster than an extreme dieter does whenever that person sees food. How do they make that noise? They do that by rubbing their hind legs together. Of course, they do that in order to find mates. I mentioned that during the in-between monologue, so you should remember that. If a human being tried that, then that person wouldn't be able to do anything. Why? Well, that person would be in jail for sexual harassment. I'm serious. Now, some people actually eat grasshoppers. Why? Well, it depends. The people who live in the wild eat grasshoppers so that they won't starve themselves to death or to the point of no return. And Well, the people who live in the wild eat grasshoppers so that they... The people who live in the wild eat grasshoppers so that they won't starve themselves. The extreme dieters eat grasshoppers because grasshoppers do not have any calories. Also, the extreme dieters eat grasshoppers because grasshoppers are the only things that they will put in their bellies for the rest of their life. I'm serious. The only things that they will put in their bellies, for the rest of their lives will be grasshoppers. And maybe a couple drops of water. That's it. Anyway, there you go. Now, if you're wondering if you should eat grasshoppers in order to lose weight, here's my response. No! I'm serious. Grasshoppers are too fast for anybody. They're not delicious, they're not healthy, and they will probably make you develop tapeworms in eating the sort. So please let the grasshoppers live, eat some real food, and don't even think about moving to the wild. You gotta see this show, alright? Now, ladies and gentlemen, it's talking time. Here we go. There we go. Courtney asked a person named Grumpy a question about grasshoppers. This is what he wrote. Do you have any advice for getting rid of grasshoppers? They're a plague eating everything in my garden beds. Grumpy replied, if the number of grasshoppers is less than biblical, you can kill them by picking them off your plants and drop them into a bucket filled with soapy water. But you're going to have to inspect your plants every day because grasshoppers are voracious. So you can't do it, so you can't just do this once. You're going to have to be vigilant. Another control is spreading floating roll covers over your plants so grasshoppers can't get to them. Or you might try spraying your plant according to label directions with natural insecticides like neem oil or spinosad. However, these products may be natural, but they will kill bees. So remember, you can spray the foliage, but never spray the flowers. Wow. Just, wow. That was wow. Speaking of wild, here's a wild grasshopper for you. It's the vulnerable yellow-winged grasshopper. That's right. People can see it in the East Coast. People can only find that grasshopper in New England, apparently. Now, it's 2 inches long, and it flies powerfully. And it shows bright yellow hind wings while doing so. And it also crepitates loudly in flight, smacking its 4 wings together to produce a distinctive rattle. And apparently, it hasn't always been rare. In fact, in 1920, Albert Morse, an entomologist, described a Xanthoptera as common across southern New England, even citing records from Nantucket. Wow. Wow. That was totally insane. I am shocked. Hey, how about some random advice for the world, huh? If you see a grasshopper outside, then just let it hop in peace. Don't scream and play the banjo. Never step on a grasshopper. The grasshopper's family will be mad at you. If you see a male grasshopper and a female grasshopper mating, then leave them alone. You don't want to make them upset. And finally, grasshoppers usually go to their homes during the fall and winter months, so don't be surprised if you don't see them for a long time. Now, let's go over this week's Comic of the Week question. Are you ready? All right. Here we go. What would you do if you could be a kookaburra for a week? Go over to the post section of my YouTube channel page and answer that question as honestly and as thoughtfully as you can. Well, that's it for tonight, but I'll see you tomorrow night. That's the news, and I'm Alfie, World by 4.
Hello out there from TV land, the every night good TV brand for your viewing delight. It's Nick at Night.